As you guys know, Persona cards are a great idea, but they have not been executed well this year. But it doesn't stop there. I asked you guys on the community tab, who would you guys like to see as a Persona card in this year's iteration of WWE 2K? And I got a couple good ones. I do want to go on ahead and get it rolling. Let's get into it. So personally for me, CM Punk 2008, all of that. Give me the theme song, the long hair, give me the beard, give me a couple Persona cards, the one without the beard, the one with the beard. Let me get it all. I think CM Punk's Persona card would go crazy in this game, and I think that it is a huge moneymaker for the 2K team. I have heard that a lot of licensing issues and things like that is honestly what's doing a lot of the stopping for the game, but it would be very interesting to see what a CM Punk would look like from 2008, 2009 in the MyFaction Persona card version. It would just be great to see, and the theme song would be great to have as well. I think honestly that's one of my favorite parts of, you know, WWE 2K's Persona cards is that they come with the theme song. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same for Chad Gable, but guys, that would be a huge one, and I would definitely have to talk about The Rock final boss with the attire. Give me the entrance motion, give me all of it. This is something that they might hold out on for WWE 2K25, as I think this alone can boost the revenue for sales and things like that, and it's just a huge new thing for fans to be hyped about. So I can definitely see them holding this year's final boss Rock, but man, the amount of money it would make them on a DLC or MyFaction card would be insane. Obviously, they've already made their stand on, you know, packs. They doubled down on it with Chad Gable and Becky Lynch, so I don't see them getting away from it, and The Rock would definitely be that guy that can pull in a lot of money for you. I mean, we seen the tank top and the tattoo. It had people doing some crazy things for it, but let's go on ahead and get into some of your wishes for MyFaction Persona cards. Let's get it. Gurjaz B2869 said 2010 John Cena. I cannot lie, it would be cool, but the John Cena we have now is similar. Now, one thing that I always wished for with the WWE games is that for a couple years now, we've just been getting John Cena with this hairstyle, and I don't really like the hairstyle how it looks on this John Cena. He just looks old. So I would love to see John Cena with his hair cut down with the fade and everything like that. Give him one of his Fruity Pebble attires and all that, man. And, you know, it's a GG's, but I would love to see 2010 John Cena in the game with the low fade and everything like that. So I think I would be a fan of that to see that in the game as well. So I think this is a good one. Here we have from SysZ.YT78 NXT Bailey. I think it would be pretty cool too, especially with the entrance and the blow-ups. Man, that Bailey would actually be really fun to be in the game. I haven't thought of that Bailey, so this is a good call out by the supporter. I think this would be a good one, and just the entrance motion alone can bring some motion to 2K's MyFaction mode, and I think that it's something that's not hard as they have it in the game before. It's just basically porting the motion over. So hey man, I wouldn't put it past them. I think that it is definitely something that can happen. 2019 Johnny Gargano, if I'm not mistaken, this is basically kind of like NXT Johnny. I think that would be a pretty good W. This is probably when we've seen Johnny Gargano at his peak. Unfortunately, I don't think he's returned to NXT form, but I think it would be cool to see anyway. I would love to see it. Some of these characters, man, you always want to see their old characters in the game. It's truly a shame when they add some of their old stuff to the game and then they take it out the year after. It's like you only had it for that 1 year and now we don't have it no more. So that's one thing that kind of throws me off at times. They did it with John Cena when he had his showcase, and now a lot of the stuff isn't back in the game. So just really would like to see a lot of that stuff just remain and stay in the game. It's probably a space issue or a licensing issue, but at the end of the day, I would love to see it stay in the game. Jaden Reeves 3821, since he is retired, bring back Sting. Honestly speaking, man, I can see Sting make his return to the WWE game series as soon as next year. I can see him headline the DLC, as it's been a while since he's been in the game. He obviously had a successful run with AEW. I don't think Sting will be a MyFaction card. That's not the way they would introduce him back into the game. I think Sting is somebody who can, again, pull some more heads into the game, especially those old school heads, WCW heads, all that, you know, that want to play with Sting and haven't played with Sting since I believe maybe 17 or 18. I forgot the last time Sting was in the game, but personally, I would love to see this happen. So hey, I would keep my eyes, open, because I think Sting may make a return, especially if they get him under a WWE Legends contract. Mason the Best wants 2013 Randy Orton. I'm pretty sure we have a Randy Orton in there that's not far off with the beard, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's when he had the beard at the time. I may be mistaken, but Randy Orton would be cool to have. I think we may get an even older Randy Orton. I can see the potential with that before we get something from 2013. So I would definitely keep my eyes open for that as well, because I do think we may get something soon. And we also have from Sooner Fan 109, DX, HBK, and Triple H with Trons and music, please 2K. I don't know what's going on with the Trons and the music over on this side, man. It just doesn't make any sense on how the music and the Trons go away and they come back every year. Again, I don't want to give the excuse for 2K, but I think it has to be a licensing issue more than anything else, because any other answer doesn't really make sense to me, unfortunately, and that's just the way I feel about it. I think that this is a really, really dope idea, and I would love to see DX attires and stuff like that in the game, and I don't see why not. That wouldn't be added. So personally, I'm expecting it sometime in the future, and I think it would be a great way to add their songs and their Titantrons back into the game how they should be in there already. Swaggy Bro 77, shout out to you, my boy, one of my top supporters, man. So thank you for following the journey. Every old legends of wrestling like Tito, Pedro, Rick Martel, Don Merkel, Beefcake Valentine, Duggan. Okay, you just going on a whole rampage, my boy. You just want all the legends in here. Honestly, I can see them doing this in the future, introducing legends who are not like crazy household names that would make them a whole lot of money, but people would still go out their way to, gamble for them. I can see them getting those new personalities, characters in the game that way throughout the year to keep people interested. It does scare me with MyFaction, because I feel like one day all the DLC will be through MyFaction and there won't be a season pass. So that is a little scary, because think about it. They can just add persona cards and stuff that's not in the game yet and have people gamble for it for them to have it. If you think about it, that's a way bigger revenue stream for them, especially with the way people have been spending money lately. So I don't know, man. I'm not too crazy about that idea, but I definitely can see it. But I do think that it would open up the floodgates for 2K to implement new things with the DLC and things like that. I mean, man, it seems like they have some people by the ball spending a lot of money to get these persona cards. And yeah, I think that would do more damage than good. But I think nonetheless, it is a good idea if it's done correctly. And I think that's what it goes down to. If it's done correctly in 2K's eyes, when they're getting all that money, it's probably being done correctly in their eyes, because they're like, man, we're getting all this revenue. What are we complaining about, But hey, man, personally, would love to see all these MyFaction persona cards. I hope that 2K watches this video and takes some of these ideas, see what they can go on ahead and do. Nonetheless, guys, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.